Right guys, time for another RLR beer sort. For this one we go to Piccadilly, Manchester, England, another beer from the wonderful Track Brewing Company. This one is the double dry hop version of everything Illuminated, 8.4% ABV, single hop Motueka, New England Hazy, Imperial Double, whatever you want to call it IPA. And I have to say, I'm not drinking this one that fresh, but it's really damn good, so give this one a try for yourselves. This beer, it pours that lovely, very deep, bright yellow mango juice colour. The head on it disappeared almost instantly, which I think might be slightly down to the age of the beer, but yeah, the carbonation had a little bit of a prickle in it as well. Aroma wise, this one very bright and zesty and grassy, which is kind of what you would expect of Motueka. A lot of lime coming off it. It gave the impression it was going to be a more wheaty leaning beer, which it did have quite a bit of that in it, but it really became more oaty as we went on. So let's focus on the flavour of this beer then. So middle third of your palate, the backbone of the beer, fresh white bready bread crust, and there a little bit of wood, a little bit of cracker as you very often get. There was a layer of kind of wholemeal brown bready character in there, then a layer of fluffy white bready note, both of those coming from the barley malt, of course, gives you a little bit of sweetness into the aftertaste. Then you had the more dense wheaty white bready character coming out of this one, so it was a little bit smoother further forward, a little bit bitier further back. Then you had the oaty layer of this one, very creamy down the middle line of your palate, a little bit drier and more sort of porridgey out toward the edges. Then you've got that circle shape in the middle of your palate, where there's original butter candy butterscotch in the middle, then a more how would you say, then a more sort of biscuity, McVitie's digestive biscuity sort of character around the edge of that. And then yeah, on the back third of the palate you've got the yeasty side of things, more like kind of wholemeal brown bread at the core, kind of buttery I would say. As you move further out from that, it's got a little bit more of a kind of fluffy fresh white bread. Then yeah, Jacob's cream cracker and bread crusty notes coming out of the yeast on the top of that back third of your palate there. But yeah, the malty side of this one is done really quite nicely, and you get a little touch of that wheaty bitiness into the aftertaste as well. On the hoppy side of things, back corners of your palate, there's a little bit of earthiness in there, but as you move further forward it gets a little bit more woody, and then progressively more floral and aromatic and zesty as you reach the front corners of your palate. Round the front curve of your tongue, it's definitely a little bit lighter and more grassy and sort of zesty as well. I think there's a mix of cryo and T90 pellets in this one. The fruity component of this one though is straightforward because there's only one hop in here. You've got a lot of kind of oily orange as well, which is something you don't notice about Motueka when it's mixed in with other hops, to be honest with you. But then yeah, there's a lot of zesty limey character, particularly mixing in with all those kind of grassy esters there. So yeah, big bit of orangey, tangerine character and a lot of kind of zesty lime coming out of this one in my opinion. In terms of the mouthfeel, this one, I would say this one's top end of mid-bodied, bottom end of full-bodied. Carbonation had a little bit of a prickle in it. I think that's down to the age of the beer. Mix of kind of oiliness and silkiness in this one as well actually. Malt base, bit drier underneath, smooth in the middle, slightly sweet on top, and then yeah, big oily and zesty fruity character. But all in all, very interesting beer. So yeah, this was double dry hopped, everything